Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media again. My name is Nate Zion. What a wonderful day it's been for some people, and not the best of day for some others. But we're here. Today's Wednesday. Another month has begun. The first of what March 2023. We're streaming live here. We're talking association football. We're talking association football life over here. And you know what? There is a lot on the table that need to be discussed. Yesterday, I was on other platform discussing football. I was I was on other platform discussing what matters in association football at this moment with Chelsea Football Club. We talk a lot about Graham Potter's situation and what he can do to get better, to be able to take the team to a different level. We're still here discussing Graham Potter again today, but it's not going to be just Graham Potter. It's not going to be just Graham Potter. A lot of news on the table that need to be discussed. So yes, we'll be looking at Chelsea Football Club. It's delighted to announce the establishment of a new advisory board. The FAB is an alternative to help fulfill our promise to be pioneer in fans engagement. So that is a very, very good news for us. And we have Stephen here with us today. I'll introduce him a little bit later. You guys already know him. He will take us through what the benefits of that and what the fans can benefit from, and how the board will utilize that to their advantage. We'll look into that. And also Jose Mourinho. If you guys have heard it, Jose Mourinho has been banned for two games and fined 8,800 euros for his reaction. His action for being sent off during Roma's 2-1 defeat by relegation threatening Cremonese. So we'll be looking at that also. And besides that, still a lot to talk about. Potter take the responsibilities as it should be. Potter should take all the responsibilities at the football club at the moment, because he is the leader, and the leader has to lead by example. So yes, if something's not going right, he has to take the responsibility. And then Fabrizio Romano, what he said about Potter's situation, injury update in the Chelsea Football Club, and also transfer and contract update. In terms of a transfer and contract update, there is a lot that we can talk. Romelu Lukaku, highly linked to Real Madrid. I don't think he wants to come back to Chelsea. And if he's ready to come back to Chelsea, will Chelsea fans receive him? There's also an alternative for Romelu Lukaku as he's looking forward. He's trying to see if he can get into the Real Madrid football club. He's highly been linked with the football club. And also Eduardo Mendy, at this moment, is also linked with Juventus. Eduardo Mendy's linked with Juventus. And Igola Conte contract update yesterday. There were rumors surrounding Igola Conte's contract update, as he's been given 3 years plus one. That's what I heard yesterday. I haven't seen officially on Chelsea website, but from what I've seen now, he's been given three years plus one additional year to for Igola Conte, and he will be making 280 pounds or euro, whatever it is, at every week. So that's good news for Chelsea football team, and then Chelsea supporters who wants to see Igola Conte back on the pitch again. So we will talk about Igola Conte. And also Matthew Kovacic heavily linked with Manchester City. The Pep Guardiola admire the player very, very well. Ex Real Madrid player, ex Chelsea player, still a Chelsea player. But yes, Matthew Kovacic highly linked with Manchester City. And also Glenn Johnson on Mason Mount. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of what Glenn Johnson said about Mason Mount. William Saliba's contract update, and Mo Salah rumors about leaving Liverpool Football Club. Here we are again. It's another sports edition of sports news on Blue Clouds Media. As usual, my name is Nate Zion. I'm bringing you the association football news right from now to the next 2 hours. I will be running the show with my co-host, Steven. Steven, welcome to the stream again, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me as always. Good to be back on. I'm always on whenever I can get on. And yeah, let's have a good stream.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to have you here on Adult Time, and good to see you, Mr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick, I hope you're doing very, very well. And then he said, UTC. And then, how are you doing today, Nee? I'm doing wonderful, my brother. If you're able to see me here, then I want to say, by God's grace and my Maker, the one that I serve, I am doing all right, and I'm doing wonderful to be here to discuss association football with you guys again. As usual, for now we have 14 people watching live. If you're just watching us, if you're just joining the stream, do not forget to like the video and also subscribe to the platform if you haven't. And I know the rest will join later on when whilst we're still discussing. There is a lot to talk about. Let me know what you have on the table, Mr. Patrick, as you're the one I've seen so far in the comment section below. Let me know what you make of the contents that we have to talk about today. It says, I hope you're well as well, Stephen. Yes, Stephen is doing
Yeah, all good.
well. Yeah, Stephen, you're doing well.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, and also, yeah, I want to announce and then congratulate each and everyone that have made this also possible. Yesterday, I did tweeted, I think that yesterday or a day before, I did tweeted about,
I think it was the day before, right? About how many views you got, right?
absolutely. But today is another one. It's 3,000. We've made a 3K mark subscribers plus 17. 3K subscribers plus 17. And this is happening because of y'all, the viewers that makes this possible. This, the me myself here, Steven, all the panelists that we've had on the show, Patrick, everyone that has been on the Blue Clouds Media Show have made this possible. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you for the dream come true. And we still move on. Like I keep saying, the sky is always the limit. Leo Desperandos. So yes, sir, we'll move on. Let's start with it, Steven. Let's start with Chelsea's the first one is Chelsea Football Club is delighted to announce the establishment of our new Fan Advisory Board. The FAB is an initiative to help initiative to help fulfill our promise to be pioneers in fan engagement. What do you make of that, Stephen? Can you take us through that?
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, they said it from day one. They wanted to set up this fan board. So obviously the fans have a bigger voice and whatnot. And obviously it was always going to take time, but evidently we're now at the point where it's been established. I believe it's three places are taken up, and then there's another three that people can apply to be on. Three that people can apply for, basically, and that'll go to I think it goes up the chain and whatever, and there's some sort of decision. I don't know how they come to the decision, but yeah. So when I put it in a server I'm in, and somebody said it have someone from the fan forum, someone from Chelsea Pride, and from the unofficial supporters group, so season ticket and member vote, plus three selected from the application process. So we already have three people on there, plus there'll be three people chosen from the application process, which is currently ongoing. I believe if you open up the website, see the article, then you're able to apply through that. So if anyone here wants to apply for it, why not go ahead? You'll have a bigger voice. Get to have yours and other Chelsea fans' views heard. But no, I think it's a good idea. They said they was going to do it, and like I said, we're now at a point where they're looking to establish it. But no, I think it's going to be good. Because we know how much they value fans' opinions and whatnot. You see, like that on social media. We've had Bowley popping into people's Twitter spaces, for example.
Yeah.
All these sorts of things. So we know they're paying attention, but this board that they're setting up, fan board, is another way to have our voices heard through other people. And yeah, I don't see why anyone can complain about it. Anyone can apply for those remaining 3 spots.
Okay.
So why not?
Right now, just what Steven just said. Thank you very much for taking us through it. It's all about the fan opinion. That is what we do also over here. The fans have opinion, and the voices are very, very important. And that's what Chelsea wants to set that up priority in the football club. The fans matters more than any other thing. So if the fans are saying it's not everything that the board have to listen all the time, but the fans should have a voice in the football club. And as they are saying, everyone, I know it is about 90% of the fans who wants to change in regards to the kind of manager we have at this moment. But a lot of them also 10% will say let's give him chance. And I'll say
I'm
maybe
not sure on the percentages, but there is a large volume of people who've made their voices heard that they want Potter out, and we know that he's got a couple of games to save his job. Um, and I was saying to you before we came on, just whilst we're briefly on this aspect of Graham Potter, that essentially, I think even if we were to win these 2 games that people are saying are the crucial ones, I think he's walking a tightrope for the rest of the season if he does, even if he does win that. I think it's a case of if we win that and then you lose the next game straight away, you're in trouble again.
okay. Yes, thank you very much. I was trying to split up the volume very well. There are let's say about 10 or 50% who hasn't really made their mind yet in regards to let him go or bring him in and that kind of thing. But yeah, we're still there. Well, let me congratulate everyone that has been here today. We've made 3K marks, and I'll go over the topics of the day again with you guys whilst we're here, streaming live and also going through the topics and then the contents of the day. Mr. Patrick said, how are you doing? I think I've read that one. Absolutely. Says, so what's the topic of discussions today? I'll bring it up right away. Hey, Stephen, again, coming from Gonzalez. Big up to you, Gonzalez. It's always a pleasure to see you here. And then also, keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. And also, Adam said, Blue Clouds Media, you are doing hard work. Very happy to see you. Keep keep us updated. Absolutely. That's what we are here doing. Big ups to you, Blue Clouds Media. And big ups to you, panelists, enjoying the stream. And then thanks for the content you have been giving us. Absolutely, thank you very much. I'm really happy that you guys really appreciate the content that we're producing to you guys every day. Yes, today's content we talk about we talk about the FAB Chelsea Football Club is delighted to announce the establishment of our new Fan Advisory Board, which is the FAB. Is an initiative to help fulfill our programs. Our promise to be pioneer in fan engagement, and also we're going to talk about Jose Mourinho has been banned for 2 games and fined 8,800, I think, euro. His reaction to being sent off during Roma's 2-1 defeat by relegation threatening Cremonese. And also we'll be talking about Potter take responsibility in how poor Chelsea has been so far. And Fabrizio Romano also what he said about Potter's situation, injury update on Chelsea transfer and contract update. Romelu Lukaku heavily linked with Real Madrid. Eduard Mendy to Juventus. N'Golo Kante's new contract update. As yesterday, there was rumors going around that he has signed a new contract, and that will take him to, I think, 4 more years. 3 years with an option for another more year. And his wages will be 280 a week for what I've read and what I've known. I haven't read it, but I had it in the air. And also, we've talked about N'Golo Kante and also Levi Cowell's contract update. Matthew Kovacic also admiring link heavily with Manchester City. Are we going to see Matthew Kovacic, also another player that I think he still got a lot of future at the football club with good tactics and good coach. If we have a very good coach that can manage his players very well, Chelsea will be very, very difficult team to play. And I don't want to see Kovacic leaving. Glenn Johnson on Mason Mount. We'll get into the nitty gritty of what Glenn Johnson said. And also William Saliba contract update. Mo Salah rumors about leaving Liverpool. We'll look into this. So, like I said, this platform gives you a little bit of all around the football club matters. What matters that need to be discussed. We do bring it over here to talk about it. And also we will tell you today, as also rumors that Raheem Sterling also been heavily linked to move away from the club to us now. But another news came in, said Raheem Sterling is very happy at Chelsea at this moment. I saw pictures of him earlier today, and he was smiling. And then with one of these players, and you can tell this guy is very, very happy at the club at this moment. I know he hasn't been well. Things hasn't gone well for Raheem Sterling, but on a good day, we know what Raheem Sterling can bring to the football club. Stevie, do you have anything you want to say in regards to Jose Mourinho's band? And he's been linked heavily with Chelsea and his antics at the touchline. Do you have anything to say about it?
Let's start it with the basics, right?
Yeah,
Some things never change.
absolutely.
Jose Mourinho getting sent off from the touchline. Man, this guy, honestly. I don't know what fully happened. Like, I've seen a video, but you can't sort of tell what happened, what didn't happen. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I think you said something about there was something with an official or something, and that's sort of what started it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if anything comes of it.
Yeah, Jose
But
Mourinho
yeah,
is
he's
still Jose
banned.
Mourinho. Steven will say things never change. He has been the same person since we know him. He'd never take anything lightly. So Jose, wish you the best. Too much ban. It's not that. It's not the best for Jose Mourinho. Big up to you, Julius Amo. I hope you're doing very well, and I hope everyone is doing very well. The home, the family, everyone is doing absolutely great. Julius, so let us know what you have for us, Julius, in terms of sports news. It's big up to you, Blue Clouds Media. The big up to your panelists enjoying the stream, and thanks for the content you have given us. So yeah, thank you very much. I think I've read that a second time. Hello, my brother Nee and Steven. Hope you guys and everyone in the chat are doing well. Keep up the great work you do every day. Joining late as I have been super busy at work. Thank you very, very much. I want to love you. So it's a pleasure to have you on this platform as you support the stream all the time and every freaking day. So thank you very much. You're a wonderful person. And I want to say, guys, we have a lot of things that we are trying to create at this moment. Membership, we're trying to create membership, and also beautiful emojis. Your preferred emojis. If you have any preferred emojis that you want me to create, let me know. Send it to me. I'm gonna put some good emojis there that you guys can use. And membership is also very, very good. It helps and supports the channel every day. So yes, these things will be very, very good, and something that we can create, maybe also to help ourselves when people need help. Especially we have kids that go to school, orphanage, and stuff like that. So at the end of the month, whatever we achieve here, we can put something together and then donate. To also important needy. So yes, sir, that's what we'll be doing here. Emojis, membership that also help the channel. So yes, we'll be looking at these things and see the way forward of it. So we're gonna move on. The next topic that we're gonna talk about will be Graham Potter. Graham Potter. The fans are entitled. This is what Graham Potter have to say. The fans are entitled to be frustrated, upset, and angry with the result we have got, and that is my responsibility. Stephen, what do you make of that statement coming from Graham Potter?
I mean, he's not wrong. It's okay. It's not all on him because the players also have to perform, but he also has to pick the team and everything like that. So of course, like the blame has to go between him and the players. It's good to see he's accepting responsibility. It'd be nice if like the team can actually perform and get results now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a annoying situation at the moment because you don't know when the results will come.
Absolutely. You don't know when the result is going to come. Big up to you, Herbert from Scala United. Do you have any news for us in regards to Manchester United so far? I know you guys have won it, first trophy under Eric Ten Hag, but you got to put that trophy aside. And let's see what's next. Real Madrid have scored more goals in England than Chelsea. Potter in. Right now, the Potter in is fading out from a lot of Chelsea fans. They're just not. They're losing hope in Potter in at this moment. But then we'll see the way forward. He has some few games he have to prove himself. He doesn't need to prove himself. He's already proven himself in the Premier League. But then he has some few games that he can tell if things go his way, if he's able to win those games, then he can turn things around. I thought he could do it against Tottenham, but he couldn't do it. But we see the way forward. We wait for it from that. So yeah, thank you very much, Herbert, for being with us. If you have time and you want to participate in the panel, you can join us here. Let's share some news with us in regards to Manchester United. Mr. Patrick also said all the rival love Potter. Yes, they love Potter at this moment because Potter is doing them a favor. If you understand what I mean, Potter is now winning, so things are going their way. So rival fans will say, just like Gary Neville will say, you gotta have to keep Potter if you really want a team that he can build, so no one can play against. You really want Potter to stay. I understand, if expert says let's keep him, he has so many reasons, but it doesn't look like there is any reason to keep Potter at this moment for that number of games, number of players that have brought
It's
to the
just not
football club.
clicking.
It's not clicking. It's not clicking. That's the right word Stephen just said. It's not clicking. But we're just hoping they can click. Something dramatically has to happen. So
It's one of those
Potter.
where it could literally take one result and things flip on their head, and all of a sudden we're back. It could literally be a situation of that. Like,
Yeah.
you get one game where you maybe get one bit of luck and you'll get the result of the 3 points, and then it all starts to come together. We've seen it before. It
Yeah.
is one of those things where that happens, and then
Do
you
you think?
see the form turn around and everything starts to look up.
Yeah. Do you think that he should have stayed with the back three the way he started with, or do you think because of the injury that's why he has to change the formation?
Maybe partially, but I think part of it was to do with injuries. But I'm not entirely sure. Like I said in my comment the other day, I think it wasn't yesterday, so it would have been Monday. I'm pretty sure, if I remember rightly, he was playing the back three at Brighton as well. So I don't know why he's gone away from it now. Because the way I look at it, we were playing the back three under Tuchel. We played the back three for Potter's first few games.
Yeah.
And it was working. Okay, then we got the injuries, so maybe that's part of what inspired the change. But we're not getting the results with a back four at the moment. If anything, go back to the back three, and then maybe we see a change in fortune, change in results, and then if you're still here in the summer, then you change to a back four when you've got the time in pre-season to work on it, get your foundations or what you want to build, because you'll have, like, obviously a lot more time of just like training and matches that don't mean anything. Let's be honest, pre-season matches don't mean anything. It's all about fitness and stuff. So if you're going to change it, you want to change it pre-season. You don't want to be changing it mid-season, especially when we were playing a back three. You've played a back three at Brighton. Why change it? It's worked for us. It's worked for you at your other club. And it worked when you first came in. So I think the best thing to do at this moment in time is, look, these next two games are crucial. We keep touching on it. The media keep touching on it. And no doubt, Potter would have been told that. So these two games, go to a back three. If it doesn't work, okay, it don't work. You're probably sacked, but you switched it up eventually back to what was working.
Yeah.
And it didn't work, so that's that. If it works, masterstroke. You've changed it, it's worked, and you've potentially saved your job.
All right, thank you very much. Only if you can click, only if it can work out. Steven Herbert from Scala United said he has lost the dressing room. How can you concede within 1 minute of second half? That shows the players are not playing for him. Coming from
I
Scala
mean, it could
United.
also be that the players just weren't switched on to start, which is stupid in itself.
Absolutely. Says bring on Modric on for 8 minutes when 2-0 down. What's a message that sent you're sending to the player? And also we have this. He said you can spend 600 million and have the worst win ratio of all the previous Chelsea managers. That is
You can
ridiculous.
say
It is
that,
true.
but
You can.
let's put into perspective. A, it's not 600 million. B, a big chunk of that was also spent when Tuchel was manager. Let's put that into perspective as well. This isn't me defending Potter. This is just me stating facts. It's
Steven,
not
I understand, but
600 million, but
we're not talking Twitch at this moment, Steven.
no,
We're
no.
not
But my
touching
point
Tristan, but
is
referring
to say no, no. But I'm saying to say, oh, I spent 600 and you got the worst win rate. Not all of those are his players because a big chunk of those came in the summer. So that's the point I'm making. It's not
okay,
him that spent 600 million. If
okay,
that's the argument people want to use for Potter, then use the money that was spent whilst Potter was manager. That's all I'm asking.
okay. That makes a lot of sense then. If that's your point, and it makes a lot of sense. So yes, we're gonna talk about what Fabrizio Romano has to say. So Chelsea, this is coming from Fabrizio Romano earlier on. Says Chelsea want positive results as soon as possible. Otherwise, the manager situation has to change. And Fabrizio Romano's comment that doesn't really mean much to me, but I just put it up because
I mean, he's
he's
just
not in the
stating
board.
what
He just stated.
everyone knows and says amongst themselves and their friends. That's all he's done there. We all
Yeah.
know that we need results. We all know that if it doesn't change, then he's gone. That's just Fabrizio stating the obvious.
All right, Herbert said it's okay. It's not 600 million. Let's say it's lots of money spent that don't justify 2 wins in 16. Okay,
I'm
it
not
doesn't.
saying it
It
justified
doesn't.
it. I already said when I was saying it. I'm not
Yeah.
defending him. I'm just stating facts.
Okay. So we're gonna move on from there. Looks like today we might end up ending the stream very fast because we got less comments. Let me state this: we got 280 people watching. I'm not sure where everyone is watching from, and I'm not sure where the viewers are coming from. So yes, YouTube is blessing me with lots of viewers for the past almost about 2 weeks now, and I really appreciate YouTube. I thank them very well for recognizing what I'm doing. But this is what I want to say to the viewers. If you're watching, do not forget your comment. It's very, very important. And also, let's see how many likes we have already. Let me see YouTube. Okay, good. We have
I've got
two,
257 showing as the number of likes.
yeah, 257 comments is amazing. Set your comments in, guys. Send them in. It's Yeah, get engaged in the content. Let's go. 287 watching. How come I am the only one involved in the chat, not just you alone? We got Julius who was there, but some are watching, but they're not commenting. Probably Patrick is also watching. He's not commenting, but it's all right. If they're watching, that's the most important thing. If they're watching, probably they'll get and when they'll get the comments coming when it matters to them. So okay, 207 watching. How that's from 287
Yeah,
watching.
that's the one
How
you just
come
read,
I'm the
isn't
only
it?
one involved in the chat? Yes, so that's coming from Scala United. Also, I want you to love you. Said that my brother, you started early today. Give your fans a chance to join. Absolutely, maybe it could be one of the problem. It could be because I've started early, very early today. Usually starts half an hour before time, so that could be one of the problem. You are says you are linked with Napoli manager, but I don't think he wants to leave because they're building something special as said by the president. I've said that many times, and I haven't seen this on many of the platform, but I've brought this on my platform, and I've said it. People don't sometimes do not take what I say serious over here. but I do dig into news. I go down and down and down and trying to get news out that you probably wouldn't find in some places. I've talked about Chelsea being heavily linked with the Napoli coach Spalletti. Chelsea is heavily linked with him, and I've said that many times over here. So guys, take some of my content very, 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 not some. Take everything that I say here very, very serious. It's very important, and I don't spit shit. Excuse me, my word. I don't speak nonsense. I speak the truth. The way what I see, I mean. I also look at the source and where the source is coming from before I bring it out here to talk about it. So I apologize for my language
Whenever
using the word.
we do things,
Yeah,
we always do our research. As you guys would have seen, for example, when it comes to the UEFA squad rules, you got people like slow sports news, as I like to call them, who can't even get it right. They were saying things like, "Oh, Chelsea have got loads of under-21 players they signed; they can all go on the B list," which
right.
we explained on this platform that is not accurate.
Absolutely.
How
Yeah.
how are the main media getting things wrong when it takes you 2 seconds to go to the official website,
Mhm.
yeah, for the competition and find that news? It takes you 2 seconds. Like, these are
Mhm.
things that you would think we shouldn't be doing, but they should. You go in depth, you find what you need. Or when we were talking about all the amortization stuff, like 3, 4 streams straight, and we were trying to explain it as comprehensively as possible.
Okay.
That's how
Yes,
you
sir.
know we do our research. That's what I'm saying.
Very, very well. We do our research. If you've been with us for quite some time, you can tell that the things that we bring over here, we do explain things very well to the viewers and the listeners on this platform. Okay, this is Mr. Patrick said you're not the only one, fella. Absolutely. I want you to love it. Said I'm on lunch at work trying to feed my face before I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, it's okay. We understand your position. Busy at work, but you're still tuning. Julius, someone said, guys, let's keep smashing the like button. We already around 258. So thank you guys for doing a wonderful job. But please, if you're watching, you sent your comments in. It means that majority of the people watching have sent a lot of comments in. I mean the votes in, not the votes, likes in. So it's also very important to send your comment in. Let us know what you feel about your football club Chelsea so far. If you're not a Chelsea fan, let us know what your team is doing at this moment in time. So don't see other fella. He says Scarlett doesn't feel other fella. We should have let TT build his own Chelsea side. Yes, I think that was a big
Who said
mistake. It
that?
was a big mistake. That was Mr. Patrick. He said we should have let TT build his own team. He
All
says,
I'm gonna say, just quickly on that, as
mhm,
we've touched on before,
yeah,
he fell out with a lot of players. He fell out with the ownership, and the style of project isn't the sort of thing that he's like built for. We've touched on it before. He's a like buy to win now, so it
but
doesn't
still, but Steven,
work, and there was a lot of
you
falling
could
out.
argue, Steven, you could argue the fact that there was no I mean who director. There was no is it sporting director at this moment, and there was
Hmm.
no sporting director at the time that he was there. So I think that Todd Bowley jumped in too fast to I mean stop working with him.
I mean, he fell out with players. He fell out with ownership and all that, and he was like being asked about players and all this, and you just need to look at it from a perspective of look at the players who came in when we had Tuchel. From my understanding, there was conversation. I'll give you an example. Carney Chukwemeka, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, Tuchel spoke to him, said he'll be involved, said he'll get some game time, things like this, and then where was he? He was rarely, if ever, in the squads. He maybe got 10 minutes, if that. Like the total time that Tuchel was in charge.
Okay.
You like that doesn't help either. Like the fact that okay, it's all well and good buying Aubameyang. You've worked with him before, but you also got to look at in recent years what has Aubameyang done. Do you know what I mean? Just using those two examples of something that was said to Chukwuemeka, and then the perspective of getting someone that he'd worked with before, but then you don't look at the data as such. Okay, running the data is also on owners because that's what they're doing. They're running data, but if the manager wanted someone, they wanted to show that they're going to back him, and that one, among a few others, has backfired.
Okay, Scala United said getting anything out of Napoli, be it players or manager, is a massive pain in the
in the rear. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Patsy said took KK out of their team, and their defense has improved. Coming from where is he now at this moment? Coming from Mr. Patrick, still don't get minutes. Who's KK? If I
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly. Okay. Khalidou Koulibaly. I don't know.
If he's on about still don't get minutes about Chukwuemeka, you're right. But my point was he was told that he would get minutes by Tuchel, if memory serves correct. And also he's had more minutes since Potter came in than he had under Tuchel. So,
but Steven,
he was rarely in matchday squads anyway under Tuchel. So,
but Steven, you can frame it this way. You can argue that any experienced manager who knew what the club is going through at this moment, he wouldn't want to risk experienced players and use inexperienced players that are very young. He tried to integrate them as time goes on. Probably that's why he was trying to get the team running before he introduced those young players to the team.
I'm not saying you start him. I'm just saying you could have given him more minutes off the bench, for example.
Yeah, but I don't think he probably think it wasn't the right time for him to start using Chukwuemeka.
I mean, no one else was performing, and they're still not, so he couldn't do any worse. Let's be honest.
Okay, so that's what we have from Steven, supporting and backing, coming with enough to be able to knock me off, but I stand firm. Romelu Lukaku to Real Madrid. This is coming from Fixtures. Fixtures said the Chelsea forward Romelu Lukaku is heavily linked on playing for Real Madrid in the future. The Belgium ace is currently on loan to Inter Milan, but Serie A and side aren't sure if they want to extend his contract. And I'm not so sure Chelsea fans want to see him back either. So, Steven, where do we see this going?
Hopefully not coming back to our club. I don't care what club he goes to. I just don't want him here. It's the best way I can put it.
Steven, like I said, I'm not so sure if the fans want him there.
I
want to see him back.
I think the majority of fans
like
wouldn't take him back, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Look, I'll hope that he does well on his loan, purely because I want what's best for the club, and what's best for the club is him to perform well on loan, so we can get more value back from. Okay, we're not going to get the value back, but make a smaller loss than what we would do if he doesn't perform, and we sell him.
Okay,
if you get what I mean. Perform better, right. We get more money than what we do if he doesn't, is essentially where I'm going.
From Lukaku?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I think, I don't know, how Chelsea fans will let him go, forget about it, and forget about it, let Lukaku come back to the team, only if he can play. With me, if I'm a coach, I don't put things in my mind. All I need is the player is firing on the pitch. If he's firing, whatever is happening, I'll just let bygone be bygone and let him play. I don't keep things in my mind because it doesn't help me. Psychologically, it kills you, brings you down. So with me, I don't try to hold things with me with other people. Someone offend me, and there's so many people that have offended me in my life. So many people, which I try to let it go. I don't even think about it anymore, because the more you think about them, the backwards you go, you can't move on. You get what I'm saying? So I try not to be angry because it's not helpful. So yeah, we'll look about that. And also Tuchel has been reported Okay. Okay. So we'll look into that one. Thank you very much, Steven. So Tuchel has
Hmm.
been reported to be to of Ronaldo, Chukwemeka, and Hutchison at training, not even talking to them. And Tuchel had not interest,
No
had no, I
interest.
think no interest. Supposed to be has no interest in young players. Let's take our mind back a little bit. Tuchel at was at PSG. Did he not play with some young players? Did he not give young players time to play? Thomas Tuchel is not the same person who was playing with lots of young players at Mainz and also Borussia Dortmund before you move on from there to Paris Saint Germain. Steven, I want to know: did he not play with young players? Which I can
I
remember a
would
lot of
have to
them.
look into it. I don't know
Pulisic,
his whole background
Pulisic,
all the
one
way
of them.
back to
I
Mainz.
remember that when he was at PSG, he was playing with lots of young players and also adding the experienced players to it. So I remember a
I
lot.
don't know about lots. I don't know about lots. I'm sure there would have been
But
some.
how many players can you say they were young at Borussia Dortmund that he was using?
I don't
All
know. I
those
won't
young
follow,
players.
and I've not followed his whole career. I would have to look into it and get back to you on it.
Yeah, you could argue it, and I'm sure that argument it makes a lot because people say teachers now has no interest in using young players, just like our brother here just said. But I doubt that is you can argue. I can argue that 100%. And if I could get a research down right now, I'll bring you the number of young players teachers has worked with. So, they'll say the same thing with Jose Mourinho. They'll say the same thing with Jose Mourinho. Mourinho is working with young players at this moment. Mourinho is working with young players at this moment, and people say he doesn't like working with
I
young
saw
players.
someone say something. The only one who's really consistently playing for him that's young. There's like one player who's like under the age of 25 at the moment in terms of Mourinho.
Mhm. At this
I
moment,
think
you
that's
have
what
to,
someone said.
yeah, this is what I've seen from experienced players when they move to those high big teams. They want to make the statement. They want to get the team going, and then they can introduce young players. In my opinion, that's what I feel. So, like I said, if you wherever you're watching us from, guys, do not forget to send your comment in, and I'll take my time to read them perfectly, and you don't have to pay a dime to be able to for me to read your messages for your comments that you sent in. So, thank you everyone for watching, and also Patrick said, I'm off UTC. Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick. And then Scholar United, we didn't buy them to sell. Okay. Don't know how much about football, but just popping in to say hi. Oh, big up to you, MDS. I hope you're doing very, very well. It's nice to see you in here today. MDS talking football. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, your numbers and don't forget MDS. I know who you are very, very well. I know it's only me that knows you. No one else know you. So MDS, he said that the team at Dortmund was built by Klopp, not Tuchel. But what I'm not talking about who built the team. Did Tuchel use those players? Yes or not? They were so experienced. They were young players. Did Tuchel use them? Did they put them on the side? Yes or no, Steven? If the team was being built by Klopp, did Tuchel use those players when he came on? MDS
Pardon?
said Ronaldo to Al Nazar. Oh, that's old news. MDS is laughing. Says, so now I'm talking about academy players like Gilmore, Hudson Odoi, and Gay, yeah, my gay. It wasn't Tuchel's fault. It wasn't Tuchel's fault. My gay wanted he wanted that move, and then he had it. Please feel free to name the young player at PSG. Yeah, I'll try and find that young player that I know he played under Tuchel. I'll try and give that out if I have a chance. And also, you know me, and I know you. Yes, and yes, thank you very much for tuning in. And then don't forget to drop your like. Don't forget to drop your like for me. It's very important, so I can get at least. Let's see if we can get 300 likes before we are around 258. Let's see if we can get 300 likes before we walk up. And I say, guys, we've made. If you're just joining us, thank you everyone that has made it possible. We hit 3k likes just from literally somewhere around December, I think October, December, right? That's when I started streaming, and just from that time we were around 800.
It was
Now,
around you started streaming again around the time of the England USA game at the World Cup.
okay,
That was
yes.
one of your first streams back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we were around 800 subscribers at that time, and look at where we are at this moment in time. I want to thank everyone that has made it possible. Really appreciate it. All my good friends and everyone that have contributed to it. Thank you very much for it. We're still, the sky is the limit. We're still climbing high. We're aiming for 1 million, hopefully very very soon. Yes, 1 million, and I want to see myself streaming with 1,000 viewers when I go live. That is what I'm hoping for. And I know when you pray hard, you work hard towards your achievement, definitely it will come true. So that's where we are. So thank you very much, MDS. Name them, then Hazard, Pulisic, and etc. Okay. Um, February has been your month. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much. And also, yes, we've get engaged into the YouTube paid program. We're also in there. So yes, things are getting better for this channel. Who said we can do it? Steven and I, Ryan, everyone, staff, everyone that have been here, we have able to push it very, very well. And I won't take the credit alone, but everyone that have been on the platform, congratulate everyone that made this possible. Scala United said at PSG he wanted to keep Adele Ichuchi. I'm sure that's the name, Ichuchi. And
No
then
idea.
what's this? Is it Kasai or what name
Something like
sometimes?
that.
Yeah, yeah. He wanted to keep them absolutely. Yeah, that's one of those. Thank you very much, Scala United, for some of this example that you put up. That will take the pressure off me because I was trying to find that out whilst I'm still streaming. It won't be that easy. So yeah, thank you for giving that. Would you like to? Okay, we have that here, so we'll move on. We move on from there. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. The next one is going to be according to Mendy. Juventus are looking to make a move for out of favor Chelsea goalkeeper Edouard Mendy in the summer. Juventus again. Juventus, do they have that money? I know they've been sanctioning deducted points. Is this something that we see Mendy fancying? Steven, would Mendy
Um,
like to
I'm not sure.
move
I
away?
mean, obviously, I don't know what he's thinking, but we know both him and the club are considering his future.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at some of the things he's done, right? He was the goalkeeper
Yeah.
for the Champions League run, which broke the record for fewest goals conceded, yeah?
Mhm.
He won Africa Cup of Nations, and I don't know, I can't remember last time Senegal had qualified for a World Cup. It might not even have been that long ago, but he was part of that team. And look, like we say, he's a Champions League winner, so it's not like he's got to be shorter suitors. Once he gets his confidence back, he could have a Kepa-like resurgence. Like Kepa is actually performing well for us for the most part. Now that he's got some of his confidence back, it's just we're not actually scoring at the other end. So who knows? Maybe Mendy gets a bit of confidence, whether that end up being here or at another club.
Yeah.
Who knows what can happen?
Okay. Who knows what can happen at this moment? Big up to you,
But yeah,
DJ Saf.
just like I said at the beginning of that, like I doubt he'll be short of suitors just because of a bit of a bad run.
Okay. Big up to you, Nee. DJ Saf. I think you get confused a little bit with the other guy from the what's his name? Blue Lions channel. His name is Nini. Mine is just Nee. Nee is just a NII. I think you're getting confused with Nini. Either you say Nini and Ni. Mine is just an NII, and his is NII, double of my name. But yeah, big up to you, DJ Sava, the panel guest, and everyone in the chat agreed Potter need to take responsibility of. Unfortunately, he is not, as I said. you can't blame him for taking the opportunity to make to manage a big club. I think the no, it's okay, it's okay. I get it. Yeah, the pressure. I think the pressure at Chelsea is way bigger than what he expect it to be. But then I think it's not his fault. We did talk, and you and I did talk
I
about this
don't
on.
think, just quickly, I don't think it's bigger pressure than he expected. I think he thought he could get the players to click in the way that he wanted, and it just hasn't worked out. I don't think he thought it'd be less pressure than what he's getting.
Okay.
Because everyone knows the pressure that comes with Chelsea. Like, it's well known.
Okay. Thank you very much, Steven. All right. Big up to you, MDS. I just respond to your message over there, so I'll check that out. And then we'll see how things are going. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know you're not a football fan. You're something else, which I know because I'm not the one that knows you. So yeah, thank you very much for your message that you sent, and I'll take out after the stream. I'll take a look at it, and then we see the way forward. So yes, DJ Salva taught Bowley and Co take the responsibility for hiring him. Hopefully, they realize they made a mistake, but I doubt it. I know they have realized it at this moment, but they don't want to do it because it doesn't speak well of them. Like it looks like they did not do it the homework very well before employing Graham Potter. That is what it's going to look like. But I know deep, it's hurting them that the team is now winning. Because if we don't make top four, which is not, I don't think it's going to happen. Even Liverpool is trying to force its way into the top four position. They still got a chance, 2 games in hand. They still got a chance to make a top four. So there's no point where we are at this moment to even make top four. It means we're going to miss up on a lot of money. Champions League slot money that will come in, and also TV rights and all that kind of stuff. Lots of money will be taken away from Chelsea. And whose fault? It's their fault. He should have pulled the trigger a long time. Sometimes we blame Roman Abramovich for doing that, but he knows what it means to the football club. It's not just playing and getting to different levels in football, but he knows the money revenue that the club also gained from playing in European competitions. But let's see if we can fight our way for Europa League. At least we can win a trophy. If we can win the Champions League, we know definitely Chelsea gets into that competition. They can definitely win that trophy. So let's see from there. Big up DJ.
So long as it's not Conference League, please.
Yeah, we'll try not to make the
For
conference.
me, honestly, if it came down to Conference League or no European football for a year, no European football for a year. I do not want to be laughing stock in Conference League.
Yeah. A big Scarlett said, big up DJ. Yeah, you can't blame him, but he just reminded me of when United appointed David Moyes. The job was too big for him.
To be fair, part of the David Moyes thing, wasn't it Sir Alex Ferguson like handpicked him as his replacement?
Yeah. He thought he can come in and do exactly what he's doing. And then they didn't back him. With David Moyes, they did not back it. You get what I'm saying? It's two different things.
Yes, the Glazers, though. Whoever the Glazers
they did not
really
back him.
backed.
Yeah, they did not back him just like they back in Potter with all these players. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I will be heading out. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you very much, MDS. I hope you're doing very well and enjoy the rest of the evening. Scala United, a big up, mate. I got where you are coming from and you're spot on. Absolutely. If you guys don't know, Scala United runs a lot of publication. If a lot of you have to know, he runs a lot of publication articles and stuff like that. So yes, he goes deeply into the sports news, and he's a fully Manchester United supporter. So most of the stuff that he brings out is not just bringing it off his head. He has statistics that backs what he's saying. So thank you very much, Scala United, for your contribution. I hear all the time. Like I said, a bully out coming from Kim So. He says, bully out. Who do you want in? Kim So.
The best thing is, you want Bowley out. Guess what? He can't sell his shares for 10 years. So good luck with that. It's written in the contract.
Yeah,
He can't sell for 10 years.
he
So I
can't
don't
he
know
can't
what you're
take
gonna
money
do.
out of the football club. He can't sell shares. He can't do anything for 10 years. So Bully's not going anywhere. He's stuck with
And
us.
also,
He's
I
stuck with
don't
the
know how
football
you're
club.
complaining. Okay, they've made a mistake, but every ownership early on is going to make mistakes. It's just the way of life. Like, you start a new business or you take over a business or something like that, you're always going to make mistakes to begin with.
Welcome to the stream again, Tony. I hope you're doing very, very well. He says, hopefully we score a goal first when you try and win in the game. Absolutely, we have to score. We haven't scored in the ages. Who is going to put the ball in the back of the net to make history for Chelsea Football Club this
Me.
year? Yep, I agree. Chelsea Perspective says, yes, I agree. It's the Champions League or nothing. Champions League, yes. I don't think Chelsea can make Champions League. Chelsea Perspective, we can't. It will
I
be
would, I
difficult.
would, I would actually accept Europa to an extent.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not great. Obviously, you want to be Champions League, but so like I say, so long as it's not Conference League,
Yeah.
like even if it's nothing, like Champions League, I doubt we get. Europa League, okay, there's a chance. Conference League, hell no. Like nothing over the Conference League. Yeah.
Kim So said that we will lose against Leeds and Dortmund. I can't even argue with you anymore, Kim So. I can't argue anymore with you. Looks like everything you're saying, it comes to pass, Kim So. Looks like everything you say comes to pass. Chelsea's gonna lose and they lose. Chelsea's gonna lose and they lose. So big up to you, my big brother. Chelsea Perspective. Big up to the blue man. Blue News. Big up to the Blue News. If you want to get in touch with the Blue News every morning, you got to go and subscribe to my brother over here, Chelsea Perspective. Look at the right-hand side of his name. It says the three dots over there. Please do me a favor. Just leave whatever you're doing. Click on it. It will take you to his platform. Make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you subscribe. He's up there. He wants to make 1 million subscribers just like me. So let's help him. Let's get there. Let's try and push our subscribers there. And then let's go and subscribe to his platform. It means a lot to me as a brother. So thank you, everyone. Thanks everyone that supported him and also support this platform. Please stop whatever you're doing in just a second. Go click on those three dots and then subscribe to his platform and enjoy the Blue News in the morning. So thank you very much, Justice's Perspective, for spending time with us over here. He says, DJ Sav, you'll see, how are you, brother? Okay. I want to love you. Said, well, hopefully by the time 10 years is up, he will make better choices coming from I want to love you towards Bolly. Only Bolly can take nothing out in the 10 years. Man, we got 311 people watching, 311 311 watching the stream. Guys, do not forget, let's see if we can make 300 likes. We are around 262, guys. Let's still push it. We can make it to 300 by the end of the stream, and the stream will end literally exactly 2 hours. We've done 58 minutes in time. So yes, so 2 hours time the stream will end. Let's try as
You
much
mean
as
an hour's time, right? Because we've already done an hour.
Yeah, we're almost an hour, so we got an hour time. So a little over an hour. Yes, an hour 2 minutes. Yes, an hour 2 minutes. Thank you very much.
You confused me for a second, and I was like, "What?" I was like,
yeah,
"Wait."
by the time an hour and a half, literally an hour, a little over an hour, we can end the stream. So by the time we're done, we should be able to make it up to 300. I know we can do it, guys. So let's push it. Thank you very much, Chelsea Perspective, for being here. DJ Sab, I want to love you, Kim So, I love it. I have Kim So on my channel, being a panel the other day, and I love Kim So. Kim So, big up to you, brother. Absolutely, y'all doing well. We ain't even getting the Europa League. We are finished. We have to fight very well for the Europa League. Our last UCL game will be against Dortmund, coming from Kim So. Coach,
if it is, it is. Like at the end of the day, if it is, it is. We live with it and we move on to next season.
Yeah. Chelsea Perspective said, all good, bro. Absolutely, all is good. That is coming from Chelsea Perspective. Chelsea Perspective, all good. Thanks for the shout out, brother. Absolutely, brother. You're welcome. It's always a pleasure to see you. Sean, Mr. Newland, he said, big up to you too. I hope you're doing very, very well. It's always happy to see you, my subscribers and regular returnees of this channel. Always nice to see you guys coming back all the time and enjoying the content that we have going. We've talked about Edouard Mendy. If you're just joining us at us now, at the moment we are talking about Edouard Mendy, heavily linked to Chelsea. And also, if you're just joining us, we did talk about Chelsea board at this moment. Chelsea Football Club is delighted to announce the establishment of our new fan advisory board. The FAB is an initiative to help fulfill our promise to be pioneer. Excuse me, pioneers in fan engagement. So we did talk about this, and we did explain what the FAB was going to do to the fans. And as Steven just said from the beginning, it was a long time coming. This board is giving so much opportunity to the fans. They're giving so much voice for the fans, because we know what the fans mean to every football club. Without the fans, the club is not there. We know when Chelsea was being created by the fans and ordinary people on the street that came together to form this football club. So yes, that is what we did talk about from beginning. Also, we did talk about Jose Mourinho being banned and then fined for 8,800 euros. His reaction, what was that again? Yeah, again, reaction to being sent off during Roma's defeat 2-1 defeat by relegation threatened Cremonese. We did talk about it, and also we did talk about Potter stock. Potter takes the responsibility, which Digisa was even talking about it, and also we talk about injury update at Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano on Potter's situation, which he said that it's a change has to happen as soon as possible, because Chelsea need instant results. So we are on it at this moment. We're talking about Romelu Lukaku. We're talking about Eduardo Mendy at this moment, which is Chelsea injury update. We haven't talked about the injuries update, but we're talking about the transfer and contract update at this moment. So we are on Eduardo Mendy. I'm sure we're done with Eduardo Mendy, Steven, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on from Mendy. We still have okay, I'm sure I've read all the comments so far. So yes, that's where we are at this moment. So we did talk about Potter. Okay. Okay, so yeah, huge blow for Graham Potter. As Thiago, yesterday I did talk about Thiago Silva set to miss 6 weeks with knee injury, confirmed by Chelsea FC. So yes, another big blow to Potter struggling Chelsea already. I wouldn't say arguably his best defender so far at Chelsea Football Club, who has performed very, very well, is also injured and he will be out for 6 weeks. That's a lot of games. You'll be talking about possibly 4-5 games, right? 4 or 5 games?
No idea. I've not done the maths because I don't know how many midweek games we got in that time. Obviously, we got Dortmund in the midweek next week, but I'm not sure if we have any more in that period. We might do, but I'll have to double check. But just quickly, I've got a question for you regarding that, right?
Yeah.
Now that Silva's out, what would your defense be? So let's do, if we're playing a back four, what would your defense be? If we're playing a back 3/5, what would your defense be?
If you're playing a back four, I'm going Reece James on the right hand side. On the right hand side as a right back. Then the right center back, I'm always going to go for at this moment. Beginning, what I said is I don't know Fofana's fitness level. I know he hasn't played lots of games. I will go for that stinky Koulibaly again, put him in there because he's right-footed player. I wouldn't put him on the left-hand side. Keep Badishia on the left-hand side. And it depends on what is going on the training ground. I know Fofana is very good, but then if he's back on form, there should be, like I said, the center back position has to be consistent. Those two has to be consistent. If he has to keep Fofana and Badishia, it should be Fofana and Badishia. It shouldn't be Koulibaly and Badishia. Badishia has to be there, either Badishia and Fofana or Badishia or Koulibaly. Any of these guys, but I prefer Badishia with Fofana. But from what I saw the other day, I saw Fofana struggling a little bit, and that can bring so much problem to Koulibaly on the left-hand side, which is not a center. It's not a left side, left center back. So we put a natural left center back there to pair with Fofana. I think that is how we should go. We should go for, because seeing Koulibaly throw a ball from throw to throw is utter madness. It is something that happened on training grounds, like PE grounds for kids that are learning how to play football. Can throw a ball from throw to throw. Koulibaly did that, right? And Steven. So I don't want to see Koulibaly now in the defense until maybe something happened. There should be a change in formation. For now, that is my back four. But if you're playing,
so I'm guessing you got Chilwell at left back then.
Yeah, Chilwell my left back. Yeah, absolutely. Not Cucurella. Okay. No, Chilwell at the left back. Yeah.
I don't know. You might have had Lewis Hall there for a while now.
Yeah. I mean, during the injury situation, we can put Luis Hall there. Luis Hall, Chilwell come first, Luis Hall at second, and then we can have Cucurella being third. He can beat it. That's fine until he pick up form and start playing well and start crossing the balls. How many times I've look at the number of times we've seen Luis Hall in the 6-yard box or maybe 7-yard area in the 18, but could not finish. How many times have you seen Cucurella in that position, and Steven?
Yeah.
So that's it. The right person to play in that the left back position should be Luis or not Cucurella. So thank you very much for that. Tony said that if we play a back four, we need to try. Is it Trevor Chalobah as a DM to allow Reece and Chile to get forward? Trevor Chalobah also.
Just quickly, I'm not sure what it's showing as for you, but it's showing as 367 likes for me.
Yes, that's what it's showing. It's just 367.
You wanted what was it? You wanted
300.
Right?
I wanted 300. And
okay, so now we see if we can push it up to 400.
All right, and we still got a long way to go. Okay.
Still got like 40 odd minutes, 50 minutes.
Okay, let's share this real quick. Whilst we are here live. Let's share this real quick. I love this. So thank you very much, my brother. I'm not sure if you want me to mention your name. If you want me, I will. Thanking up to DJ Sav. Share this with me here on the Twitter feed. I'm gonna share this with everyone here. Let's watch this, guys. Let's watch this. It's let's see this at this moment. So the video is just a picture on Twitter. Now I'm delighted to share this with everyone here. So let's see that. Thank you, DJ. For sharing this with me. So this is Mikel Arteta, Graham Potter, and Jurgen Klopp. First 18 games win percentage. And this is what we have here at this moment. Mikel Arteta, first 18 games, he had 44.4% ratio. 44.4% ratio. With all those players that he had. Unexperienced players, he played with he set some of these players out, which is Pepe was out. All these players, Gundizi made all these players go. For first 18 games, 44% ratio. Graham Potter, 18 games, 27.8% ratio. Jurgen Klopp, first 18, 38.9% ratio. If this message here, this is what we're seeing now. Steven, what do you make of this?
I mean, there's not much to say. It don't make for good reading. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying part of that, obviously not all of it, because those players are starting to come back now. Part of that was during a massive injury crisis. So you wonder if things would have been completely different if we didn't have that. But recently we're not performing and those players are starting to come back now. So, like I say, not all of it's on injuries and stuff. But certainly there was a big chunk of the 18 games where there was. But yeah, it's inexcusable, let's be honest.
Thank you, Stephen, for your honest opinion. Thank you, Stephen. Really appreciate this opinion coming from Stephen, because I know where Stephen stand. If I said honest opinion, because I know where my brother stand in regards to Graham Potter. He's just like me too from beginning, but it got to a point I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. It's not a good performance from Graham Potter. He's better than what his team is performing. He can do better, but I don't know. Some people say he's never had a dressing room. If he's really had a dressing room and the players are playing for him, the way they play in every second half, it's really atrocious, Stephen. It is very bad, Stephen.
It's weird because we seem to have one good half, one bad half for the majority of the games, and I can't figure it out.
Right. Big up to you, new wise man. I've seen your comment there. Big up to you. I hope you're doing very, very well. It's nice to see you here. We are getting close to 400 likes by the end of the stream. So do not forget, guys, if you come on, do not forget. The only thing I can ask from you is to like my video for me. If you really appreciate, if you think we're doing better with our content and streaming here, drop a like. It means a lot to me. If we play a back four, we need to try. Okay, I've
You
read
read that
that
one. It's the
one.
one
Yeah,
about Trevor's DM, right?
right, absolutely. A new Whitesman said, "Hey, Blue Clouds. So did you see that the Mirror is reporting that we are set to play? Is it Wexham? Is it
Oh,
Wexham?
Wrexham. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've
Wex?
seen it. Yeah,
Is it Wexham?
Wrexham. They're a
Oh,
non-league team, but
oh
they're
no.
owned by the two actors, aren't they?
Oh, okay, Wrexham. Oh, the
Yeah,
non-league
they're a
team.
non-league team, but they're owned by the two guys from Hollywood. I forgot which two it was.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. Is this
Yeah, I always forget who it is. There's two of them.
Jordan, the guy that played what's is it the Creed?
No idea.
No, I don't think that's his
Oh
team.
no 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 no
No,
no!
no, no,
That's
that's
not
not
him.
his
No
team.
no.
Is the championship, right? He's in the championship.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is in the team. Is in the championship.
I can't
And
remember which team it is. But no, it's not him, obviously. Ryan Reynolds, I think, is one of them, or something, isn't it? For Wrexham,
um,
I can't remember the other one.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, somebody
Yeah,
just said it.
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember the other
Thank you
one.
very much, Karen. So, I think Karen Sood. That's the name. I'm sure that's the name. I did not butcher the name up. If I did, I apologize. That's his. We got at this moment we got 408 people that like the views keep going up. This is amazing. Guys, we got 408 views at this moment. And thank you everyone that's keep coming in and joining in. Don't forget we're trying to aim 400 likes before the stream gets to an end. We're already at 369. So let's say by the time the stream comes to an end, within let's say less than an hour time, I'll say maybe 40 minutes time, we should be able to get our mark. Inshallah, some of my Muslim brothers will say. So yes, hey Blue Cloud. So did you see the University of North Carolina in the summer? Absolutely, I will be there. I'll be right there because I'm gonna be there. I'll be there to support my team. Yes, last summer I was right there. We have to link up, brother. Mr. Weitzman, we had to link up, brother. We got to link up. If you're there, if you're gonna be there, let me know. Also, we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and set up a group on my Twitter page. So if some of you wants to come on and have a say, call in section, we're gonna start doing the call in and also match reactions and stuff like that. So if you guys gonna come on, I'll set that group up on Twitter page, and then guys you can join in if you want to, and then also we can share news in that page. Also, so you guys can know when I go live, if should in case YouTube doesn't give you the notification. So yes, sir, I will be there in North Carolina to cheer the boys up. Absolutely, the summer tour is here too, and that's when I'm good at. I will run after them everywhere. Right, Ronald is a name. Okay, thank you very much, Kareem, for sharing it with us. It's a Deadpool. Oh, the Deadpool. Is it the Deadpool guy?
I presume so.
Yeah. Thank you very much sharing this information with us
There's
over
no
here.
other
Thank you.
reason for them to say it, so I'm gonna guess it is.
Yeah. He says nope. He said nope.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, no problem. Okay, no
NP,
problem.
NP,
So
no problem.
sometimes, yeah, we do see nope. I sometimes use the NP over here for no, like nope, like a short form. So I got confused.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, like NP for nope, like no.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is what we have on the screen. I'm sure a lot of fans are watching this. You're seeing this, and then see how our manager is performing. You know, I love Graham Potter. You know, the reason why I love Graham Potter is me. The reason why I'm saying this is, look, I fancy and I love English football, and I want to see young English managers be successful in the Premier League. Now, let's look at this yesterday. I think a couple of days ago when the 11 players was being announced, when Messi and them, I forgot the name of the
FIFA
11,
Pro World 11.
FIFA Pro World 11. There was no English player.
FIFA Pro World
There were
11 or whatever
English.
it's called.
There were English team players representing English teams, but there was no a single English player in it except the women's.
I mean, the women's team had to have some because they won the Euros and they're still undefeated.
Yeah, there was no English player representing in that 11. That is a shame.
Do you know what you were saying? Yeah, you
Yeah.
were saying about the women's FIFA Pro World 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that confuses me, the England and Man United women's goalkeeper, yeah, Mary Earps. She won the FIFA Women's Best Goalkeeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me how she wins the best goalkeeper, but she doesn't get the goalkeeper position in the FIFA Pro World 11. How does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
You won the best goalkeeper, but you're not the goalkeeper in the FIFA Pro World 11. Makes sense. Genius.
It doesn't make sense. At that competition always has question marks. Always have
Oh
question marks.
No, I just realized I don't know about the awards, but I know.
Steven, if you have it, if you have that, you can share with me, and I'll share it with the fans the viewers whilst we streaming live. If you have that, also we're gonna move on from there while Steven is sharing that with me. Huh?
If I have what?
The 11, the FIFA Pro 11.
You should be able to get on Twitter. If I can find one, I'll get it to you on Discord, and you can open.
Sure. Whichever way.
Men's or women's? Which one?
And the men's. Give me the men's.
Men's.
I think,
okay.
The men's. And also, we're gonna look at this aspects. I think N'Golo Kanté is set to sign 3 year. We did talk about N'Golo Kanté's contract situation at this moment. There was rumors yesterday that N'Golo was going to sign 3 years plus an option for another year, and his wages was going to be 280 per week. I don't know how you guys take off N'Golo Kanté and that money being given to him. His money is that pay his pay raise, or he's been dropped down a little bit based on his injury, his situation, and his and also appearances. All these play factors into why his wages have dropped. Not that young anymore. You know, like I said yesterday, Mason Mount needed that money, but he's not getting. I don't think even if he's asking for 300,000 a week, it's peanut. It's peanut. I'm not paying it, but I know how much Todd Bowley is paying his players here in America. So when I said $300, 300 pounds, 300,000 pounds a week is peanuts but he's trying to keep, I think, the wages in the standard where it won't be outrageous in regards to what the players are making. He wants to keep a standard FFP and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'll look at it. But besides that, $300,000 is no money for Todd Bowley to pay Mason Mount. Okay, thank you very much, Stephen, for
I was about to
me.
send you a message, so I didn't interrupt you. I was about to send you a message.
It beeped in my ear, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, so that one, I think it's the actual, some sort of actual FIFA Pro website, but it's got the women's one first. But if you scroll past it, it's got the men's one.
Yeah, okay. I shared this real quick with everyone whilst we're here, and we're gonna look at that also. Very, very well. It's very, very important. Come on, where did you go?
It's not showing.
No, it's not showing. It's trying to be stubborn. I think
Should
all right. Yeah, something was loading. I'm not so sure. Well, anyway, I don't want it to. Not sure where it is at this moment, But okay, I'll get it back once we continue with the stream. N'Golo Conte, I really talk about N'Golo Conte. Steven, 3 more years plus
I can't
another year.
remember. I can't remember what I read. If it said it was 2026 including the option, or if it was 2026 without the option with an
Okay.
option on top of that. I can't remember. I think it might have been 2+1. But yeah, I know whether it was. I can't remember. Like I said, if it was people saying including the option, it was to 2026, or if you don't include the option, it's to 2026. But yeah,
Okay.
it's 2 or 3 years with an option on top of that. I don't know anything about the wages. I've not seen anything about that. But look, we all know a fit N'Golo Kante absolutely does wonders for this team.
Okay, so yes, sir, if N'Golo Conte, I know the fans are very happy to see N'Golo Conte coming back. So yes, sir, we'll
If
look
it's
at
not
that.
loading, I'll try and find another one for you.
Yeah, it's opening the wrong page. You get what I'm saying? It is loading, but then I found it open from a different page. But I'll try and get it. I think it's right here. Yeah, it's somewhere else. Yeah, I found it. Don't worry. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it right here. Let me zoom it in a little bit.
So that one's the women's one.
Yeah.
The one below that is the men's one.
Yeah. I don't know why Alex Morgan is doing here. Alex Morgan don't deserve to be in this squad. Alex Morgan don't deserve. What did he do? I think he played Leon. What did he do? So we're gonna look at this.
Leon, is she?
Yeah. We're gonna look at this. Let me get this green stuff away from accept it and then move on from there. So we have Cancelo right there. We have Cancelo playing. We did talk about the 4 up front. We did talk about the 4 players up front. There's no way you can win.
4.
There's no way you can win with this team. There's no way. You're gonna end up seeing only 6 players playing the entire game. 6 players, which is these players playing the entire game. Because these guys are not gonna drop back. You're not gonna see Messi dropping back. You're gonna see Mbappe dropping back. Mbappe doesn't. He stays right here. Haaland will also stay right here as a center, a target man, another target man over here. Oh my goodness! But I like the formation.
It's just however they can fit all of them
players
in, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, we were looking at Steven. We're paying so close attention to English players. We have English players coming from the English Premier League, which we have Casemiro in there. We have Haaland also in there. Benzema. Sorry. We have Haaland in there. We have De Bruyne. And then we have Van Dijk. What's Van Dijk doing there? Can someone tell me? No, what's Van Dijk doing here?
He's been dreadful. What's he doing?
He's been dreadful. He's been injured. Dreadful and injured. What's the man doing here? I think
we would have noticed that or something.
No, there's something wrong with his fifth protein. Is it fifth?
Oh man! Is it video game? Actual 11. I think the 11's voted for by players, right?
See, if this thing is being voted by gamers, then I understand it. Because
no, not gamers.
Gamers don't get injured.
I think it's voted.
Yeah, I'm just saying if it's being used by gamers,
okay, I got you.
Because in the game, Van Dijk and stuff like that, they don't get injured. They play 90 minutes all the time. So yeah, but then if realistic, if you're talking about real life, those guys don't have to be there. In my opinion, they don't have to be there, Steven. They don't have to be there. So. Okay.
It's just however they can fit all of them in, let's be honest.
Okay. Steven, let's talk a bit about Levi Colwill. As per Matt Law said that Chelsea are preparing to offer a new deal to defender Levi Colwill, who they want to return to the club next season. I know he's playing very, very well. You think is it time for them to bring him in?
Well, he's injured at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, but when it's ready.
He got injured literally when it came out that he's being considered for the England squad. The very next game, he went and got injured.
I hate when that happened.
Chelsea curse. The Chelsea curse.
So, Steven, even if he's fully fit, will you consider him coming in the summer?
Yeah.
and fight in the position for that's same position with Ben Chilwell and Cucurella, and also Lewis Hall.
He's not a left back. He's a centre back.
Center back. I thought he plays in the left for
You're
Brighton.
thinking of Ian Martin.
Oh, Martin. Yeah, I made a mistake. So yes, he coming back to play in the centre back
To
position.
be fair, Martin also plays attacking as well, so he can sort of do both roles. But yeah, Colwell's a centre back. But yeah, I'm not sure if you remember. You know, the game in which we unveiled Mihailo Mudryk, right? Do you remember when we signed Mudryk? When we signed Mudryk, yeah.
Yeah.
That game we unveiled him. Mudryk was obviously in the crowd, but so was Levi Colwell, and it came out then that the reason he's there is because of they've been having discussions about extending his contract. So he was there for that game. So yeah, it's been known for a while, but I think it's more. It sounds like it's just getting more and more advanced now. But yeah, I mean, I think he should come in, especially like we keep saying. At the end of the day, Silva's getting older. Who knows what's going to happen with Koulibaly in the summer, whether he stays or not as well. So if Koulibaly goes, you need at least one centre back anyway. So why not just keep it as Colwell and bring Colwell in?
Okay. My brother here said that Ascala United, so conceding early means that he has lost the changing room. Question: As for you, silly joke. Real Madrid scoring more goals. Chelsea have 6 UCL goals. And where have your lot been the last 10 years? Where have your lot been the last 10 years? Coming from my brother, he just get that out here. I mean, with the dressing room issue, Stephen, it's a lot. I mean, it's debatable. I don't think Potter has really lost the dressing room, but it's just that it's not clicking. We're saying the same thing again. You get what I'm saying? I don't think he's lost the dressing room, but it's just that not working for him.
I don't think he's lost it. I think he's got a bloated squad. There's going to be some players who aren't happy about not playing. But you're going to get that whether it's a bloated squad or not, let's be honest. Because you got 11 players can obviously start. You're allowed to name 9 on the bench. So you've got a 25-man squad for the Premier League, yeah?
Yeah.
So even if you don't have a bloated squad, you've got about 5 players missing out anyway. And that's if everyone's fully fit as well, don't forget.
Stephen, let me put you in the shoes of how do you call it? Aubameyang. You have issues. You're upset. You're not playing. You don't get game time. Would you perform? Would you put your best? Would you perform your best even when you get a chance to play? Thinking where you are, you've achieved everything in world football. And I'm talking about money, not trophy-wise and all that kind of stuff. You've had money and you don't really care anymore. And when they put you in a game like that without meaning to go, would you want to do anything for a manager you're really upset with?
Let's be honest, right? Even before he got dropped, he wasn't performing. I think I've said that before on the platform recently. That even before he got dropped, he wasn't performing. So you got, like, when I say you, I mean in terms of Aubameyang, right?
Yeah.
If you wasn't performing, you can't exactly complain that you've been dropped. Because if you're not performing, I'm going to try and put someone else in that place and see what they can offer. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then we did yesterday.
Which is also one of the reasons why I'm kind of gutted that we're not seeing more of Datro Fofana as well. Because I think, if we're being honest, like I've said, Aubameyang wasn't performing. Havertz isn't a striker. He's been playing there for 2-3 years and he still hasn't learned how to score. Not sure how that's happened. But Datro Fofana is the only natural striker we've got that's fit because obviously Bro is injured. So there's that aspect to it as well. Go on. What did you gonna say?
This is it's based on last year, 2022. Keep up. Um, yeah, there's a
I
comment
feel
there
like
which
even last year Van Dijk was injured or not performing for a fair bit.
Okay, we're gonna move on from there, and then this is coming from Matthew Kovacic. This is on Matthew Kovacic's Stephen. As per Mail Online, Chelsea City, Manchester City are reportedly eyeing up on a move for Chelsea star Matthew Kovacic, with the midfielder set to enter the final 12 months of his um, contract this summer. Stephen, I don't want Matthew Kovacic leaving. What do you make of that?
I kind of don't want him leaving, but at the same time, it would depend on things like how much he wants in terms of money and things like that. Because I feel like we can get someone younger who can actually do like have a bigger impact on the game than what Kovacic has. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you watch Kovacic in a game, right?
Hmm.
And you see him sometimes try these passes that don't work out, and it's like if you
Yeah.
can't do it, do the basics, do the short passes, give it to someone else,
Hmm.
and let them try it. For example, right? There's certain things he does that really annoy me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be mad if he extends. But again, I think we could get someone younger instead. It's a difficult one because I like him, but I also look at it like, can we get someone younger who's going to have a big impact? Yes, that's the way I see it.
Absolutely. There's a question coming from says, why wouldn't we bring Cowell back? This is coming from my brother here. Why wouldn't you bring Levi Cowell back? After night we said he's injured, right?
He's injured at the moment, but I think he means I think he mean at the end of the season.
At the end of the season, yeah, we can still bring him back in the end of the season, and then compete in the position, because at this time, we know Lewis Hall's best position is not the left back position, but I prefer him play in that left back position. I understand, because the competition in that position that he plays is way too much for him. I don't know where you stand on that, Steven, because I prefer if he can play in the left back position, because he's played very, very well. He defends very well. It's just like us saying that let's move Rhys James from the right back position and put him in the midfield. Although his versatility is very high and he's very good playing in the midfield, so we should put him in there. Whilst we know he's way, way better playing at the right side. Is it the same thing? Which is we can argue with Lewis Hall, Stephen.
Wait, how did you get back onto Lewis Hall? I'm confused. We were on about Koa.
Yeah, I was trying to say the competition at the left back. Cowell is the center back, but yeah,
Yeah.
I get confused sometimes. Yeah, let's say I was saying that Lewis Hall position is in the midfield. That's where he plays. He's a midfielder. But then
Naturally,
with
Lewis Hall is a
Harden playing,
midfielder, yes.
yeah, we've had him playing in the left back position, and I was saying that we've seen lots of players that has been transformed. We know players that were strikers have been turned into defenders. Players that were midfielders have been turned to defenders. Players like Marcelo, we knew he was a midfielder, now been turned as a defender. David Luiz too, I knew, if I should remember, I was told he was a striker. He was being turned as a centre back, and he plays better. So can Chelsea do the same thing with Luis Hall? Try and found that position, that left back position for him if the midfield is choked. And we know there's a talent to this guy, Steven.
Maybe. I mean, I would never say never because we've seen players play different positions all the time and end up adapting so well that they do play there. I mean, it's difficult, right? Because ideally for him, he's a midfielder. He would obviously prefer to play his natural position. But given the talent we've brought in and one or two of the players that we already have, is he likely to play there? Not really. But then you've got Chilwell, who, if he's fit, is essentially an automatic starter at left back. He could be a utility player in the sense that he's able to play centre mid, he's able to play left back as well. So if you have any issues, obviously he can slot into either role. But it's a difficult one to judge, is how I would put it.
All right, thank you, Steven, for sharing that with me. Yes, it is a bit difficult, but I think if I was a coach, an elite coach, and I feel that this is what I've seen, this guy is very good in that position, I'll give him more chance to play in that position when I have a struggling Cucurella, so Chilwell is not up to tax. I can let Chilwell start, and then Luiso can come in maybe every game, maybe 30 minutes to go, and give him a chance because I've seen a very, very good, player in him. So we're gonna move on from there, and then move on to the next one, which is Glenn Johnson on Mason Mount, and this is what Glenn Johnson have to say on Mason Mount. Glenn Johnson said, "So the door is not shut on his Chelsea career yet, but Liverpool would bet your arm off to get him, and the Mount would probably do the same to play for Liverpool. So Liverpool, yes, they'll bite your arm off to get Mason Mount if the deal doesn't go through. So that is something that we're seeing right now. It's heavily linked with Liverpool, and we know Klopp like that player. Can Klopp get him and give him that money that he wants? I'm not so sure. Steven, Mount again.
Yeah,
Every time we talk
here
about
we
Mason
are
Mount.
again. It feels like at this point, it's almost every stream that we have to touch on this topic because it's in the news so much. It all comes down to the situation with the contract with Chelsea, because I mentioned it I think it was last week or something like that. From what we know, it's the issues are the length of the contract, the bonuses, and the imaging rights.
Yeah.
These things, for the most part, can be compromised on. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they come to some sort of compromise on essentially everything and he ends up extended. If he
Yeah.
doesn't, we're having a different conversation because then the ownership would want to sell because he'll have 12 months left and you get your maximum value compared to if it's January, you can get pre-agreements with clubs outside of England, or you could do what we did with Jorginho and sell him for a smaller amount to another
Yeah.
English club immediately in January. But yeah, I think they'll end up with some sort of compromise. I genuinely believe that's going to happen. Yeah, I genuinely believe there'll be some sort of compromise and Mount end up staying at Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's been here since he's a kid, and yeah, technically he's Portsmouth, but he's also like Chelsea. Like, let's be honest, he's been here since what, the age of 6, 7, something like that.
Yeah.
So obviously he's got want to prioritize here, so long as certain things can be figured out.
Yeah, I like this comment from my brother over here. It says Chilwell was performing better than Colwell.
Was
Sorry,
performing
Colwell was
better than
performing
Koulibaly.
better than Koulibaly. Yes, I know Koulibaly. If indeed it is true, Koulibaly is one of the players that Chelsea will be sending out in this summer. So yes, it will be the best.
Potentially.
Yeah, it will be the best for Chelsea to be able to get him on. As I mean, from what he's shown so far. But it's always a different ball game when they get back to their parent club, and then also getting a chance to start in the starting 11, it becomes very difficult. But let's see if Potter is still going to be the guy. How if he can get him playing, and I want he should get things going in the next 2 games. I want him to get to. I don't want him to get fired. I don't want him to get fired, but I can't take it more anymore from the way things are going. I don't want him to get fired. I want him to perform. But if he's not performing, it's better he gets out for somebody else to take over and do the job. I'm sure that's where Steven you are too. Because I don't want anyone to lose his job. Because that's not the kind of person I am. No, No, I always want people because they have families they're trying to feed. Everyone has family, so why would you stand here and push for someone to lose his job? You know, it's not performing. And to be honest with you, that's why I want him out. But I'm not really setting on okay, kick him out so he can lose his job, and then he's not performing. And that's where it is result oriented club. Um, Brighton don't care because Brighton standard is where it is. They're not entitled. They're not in. They're not pushing for. They're not pushing to win trophies every season. They're not pushing to get this. So it's okay if you make it to Europa. That is fine. That's an achievement for Brighton. But Chelsea, no. Our achievement is we have to win those trophies. So that's where the pressure comes on our Potter. So thank you very much for the comment. And this is why play Hall instead of Chilwell. I'm shaking my head. It's
in despair. That should be in despair.
Yeah, in despair. I'm not saying we should play Hall instead of Steven. Did I say that?
I think what you were saying is currently, if Chilwell isn't 100%, you would play Hall over Chilwell so he can get fit again, right?
Yeah, I said that, and I said that if Chilwell is fit, then you can try and give this game time to this guy to come in at least every 20 minutes of every game, and trying to integrate him and give him that much experience. Because if you don't give him that time to play it, how would they get that experience and becomes better? You get what I'm trying to say? So that was what I was saying, because I know he's young, and in the left back position is not his favorite position. He's a midfielder. So if there's a coach that can help him out to secure that position and play better, since he's already shown he's already shown in the senior team that I can play this position if you guys give me the chance. So if it was me, I will give him that chance. I'm not going to start him over Chilwell. No, I can't do that. That's not what I'm saying here. Probably all I said that the person did not hear me. He only heard one part of it, which I said, Chilwell, if Chilwell is not healthy, I'm never going to play Cucurella. I'll play Luis Hall over Cucurella, because, like I said, we've seen time and time that the boy has been into good position, but he couldn't finish. Hardly would even see Cucurella in that position. That's what I was saying here. So thank you very much for that comment, and I think we about to wrap it up. William Saliba, which I don't care that much about William Saliba, but I'll talk a little bit about it. Negotiation continues between Arsenal and William Saliba over new contract. Mo Salah. So I know Stephen would like to talk a little bit about this. Mo Salah agent Rami Abbas on the rumors. This is nonsense, said his manager. This was never discussed or talked about Mo Salah leaving the football club.
Yeah, that's not exactly a surprise. Let's be honest. I don't think he's got to leave for a little bit. But then again, as much as they're saying and like I'm saying, I can't see him leaving. Again, they're saying that. I'm saying it as well. You can never say never in football. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
There could suddenly be a change of heart, and that's it. He's going. Never rule anything out.
Yeah, I don't think Mo Salah is going anywhere. He just got a new contract and a huge pay raise. Yeah, there's also that. So I don't think it's just like the agent said, it's nonsense. Thank you very much. It looks like, where are all the viewers? You guys are viewing, but you're not commenting. Come on, guys. I don't know if you guys can type English. I don't know. I know you can type English. The only person typing now is my brother in the chat here, and he's talking a lot. He's also angry with some of these comments coming from some journalists and stuff like that. But he's the only one in the chat here commenting. Guys, let him know you're not the only one here. He's the only one commenting at this moment. He said in his last Luis Hall, he's talking about Luis Hall game. Yes, I do remember that game. He was being exposed. I don't know if he's fatigued or he's tired. He was being exposed, but that comes with experience, my brother. I know he did. It does come with experience, and with time, he will get better. He says that the Mason Mount, you don't have to touch on the Mason Mount issue every stream. The issue are the same. Absolutely, Mason Mount again. We did talk about Mason Mount each and every day. Heavily linked to go to Liverpool. I don't know if you really fancy the Liverpool. The Liverpool project. So let's see what we have here. The last thing we have questions. Good thing we've touched on almost everything. And see, we got an hour 44 minutes. We got some few minutes to it. I want to make sure I keep the stream to 2 hours and nothing more. Even less than 2 hours, I'm okay because it's a lot of talking here, and then we all got stuff to do. Would you release Matthew Kovacic to Man City, Stephen? I said no. I'm never gonna let Matthew Kovacic go anywhere.
To City, no. But if there was a club from abroad, then probably yeah.
But not to Man City, right? You're gonna straight
No,
to Man
not to
City
Man
again,
City.
like
Heck
you've
no,
done to
not to Man
Arsenal.
City. Jorginho's different. Jorginho's different situation.
But look how it make them. Steve,
Yeah,
Jorginho
but
have make
also
Arsenal so good.
he hasn't really.
Are you sure? They've said the Arsenal
Yeah.
fans have said it themselves. He's played very well. It makes them not even
I
think of
said I
bringing
said this
Partey
when
back.
it happened, right? I said when it happened. I said me as a Chelsea fan, I'm used to seeing him. I could see, okay, I didn't like him, but well, not personally, obviously, but as a footballer. Um, I didn't like him as a footballer. I thought there was deficiencies that have impacted the team that I didn't like, right? But if he had a good game, I would credit him. But I said to you, I said, Arsenal fans, it was always, oh, I wouldn't want him. And now he signed, they're like, oh, I think he's brilliant. And then, whereas me, it was, I didn't really like him much at Chelsea. I'm even glad that he's gone to Arsenal because I know what happens every so often with his performances.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so about that, I got calls coming in on my cell phone. So yes, my brother here said that you offered to pay for his Uber. He keeps the losing players even now. The injuries will come in. Injuries will come in, but Potter should have enough players in the bank to be able to cover up. Right, Steven? Shouldn't he have enough players to cover up?
In theory, yeah.
Okay. Steven, take over for 1 minute, and I'll be sure. You can still talk about the mount. Just give me 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes, Steven.
Yep, no worries. Unless you want to
Um,
just end it with the questions.
yeah, you can talk about Igola Kante to rescue Potter. Do you think his coming will save Potter's situation?
So, do people think that Kante's got to save Potter?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, if you're still listening, let us know if you think that Potter's got to be helped. If he's still in the job by the time Kante plays, because as we've touched on, the next two games are meant to be critical. And if he loses them, who knows? Maybe if he only loses to Leeds, he's out. But if Kante's back and able to play, do you think Kante can help Graham Potter turn it around at Chelsea? Yes or no? I'm just checking something, so bear with me. Who are you specifically talking about playing out of position to add in pressure? Does anyone want to give their opinion in the comments on anything we talked about? Whether it's Kante, whether it's again touching on Graham Potter and if what's been said about him, just any of the stuff we've talked on, or I've got a question for you guys. Hang on. Sel Kovacic, he offers very little in the final third. That's kind of where I was going with it, that there's parts to Kovacic where we can get younger and better players that are going to have a big impact on the game. But I just wouldn't want to sell him to a Premier League team, especially Man City. Okay, so if Potter gets sacked, who would you guys get if we were to get an interim for now? Who would you want as the interim, and who would you get in the summer on the permanent manager position if Potter's to get sacked? You back?
Yep, I'm right back.
Okay. Yeah, I was. I asked the guys in the chat the question, but we've not really got a response to it. So I've just asked them that if
Okay.
Potter's to get sacked, who would they take as an interim?
Okay.
And who would they take on a permanent in the summer? So if you had to pick an interim for now, and then a permanent manager to get in the summer, who would you take? Oh, by the way, I read the Sel Kovacic comment.
Okay. Just trying to get my camera to work again. It's showing just an empty seat, and I'm riding my seat. Is that what you're saying, Steven?
I've got the comments up at the moment. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, your camera's
it's showing
bugging
an
out
empty
again.
seat.
Weird.
Yeah. All right, there you go. It's working now.
Jorginho,
okay, Steven, what's the question again?
Okay, so my question was, if Potter gets sacked,
yes, sir.
Yeah, then who do you get on an interim basis, and who would you get in the summer on a permanent basis?
See, I always like to go. They say the same thing. They say people say the old firewood is always the best. The old you know when you put as older as the firewood stays, it bends better.
I wouldn't know what you mean, but
yeah. I'll always go if Chelsea can go back and still have a good relationship. I don't know the new management. I know new people. If they can get hold of Gusindis again, I would say they should go for that guy for now. If they can make a research and say, hey, who has been a very good interim to Chelsea whenever managers have been kicked? Okay, this is the guy there who I don't think he's still the guy for the Russian. If he's still having a job for the
no, he was with. I think he was with the Australian national team as assistant coach, but I don't think he's in that role anymore.
Okay, so yeah, if he's still there, why not go talk to him and see if he can do the job for us? You know, as an interim right now, I don't think JT is interested in being a manager. You know, like I say, hey, let him take over, but I think he doesn't want to ruin his reputation and how.
I mean, he's also I think he's probably quite happy with his role with the academy as well. Obviously, he's always around the academy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably quite happy there. I don't think he'll want to be a manager. Who knows? Maybe if you get certain interim in, maybe
Mhm.
he would temporarily step away from his role with the academy to become an assistant, maybe.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't mind if he would accept that. And then once we got something permanent sorted, he can go back to his academy role.
Yeah. Okay. Did you read
I read the Selkovic one. I didn't read the next one.
So okay, this one he said that Jorginho will be found out when decent teams start pressing him. Didn't they lose at Everton? Yeah, Jorginho will be found
Ironically,
out
they're
soon.
playing Everton tonight, so that's got to be
Yeah,
interesting.
I'm sure the game should be on even anyway. The game should be on. They're
Um,
playing Everton. I'm sure the game should be on
what
very
time
very
is it?
soon.
It's
Yes,
5 minutes to 8, so I think they kick off at 8. So in 5 minutes.
So in 5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes will end the stream. Also, big up to you, Phil, and also a new white man. I will be checking into the information that you give me because I have to.
It's not on TV over here.
It's not on
By
TV
the
over
looks of
here.
it.
Yeah, United are playing too. United versus West Ham, and then also Tottenham versus
Yeah, the
Sheffield
FA Cup
United.
games are on, but the Premier League games
Osasuna,
aren't.
and the big game Osasuna versus Atletico Bilbao. Big game coming on here. They're all on my stream. Also, Bentley Bentley will play in Fleetwood Town 5th round game. FA Cup games, big games are
Mm-hmm.
on right. I hope Tottenham win. Playing Sheffield United. Yeah, good luck Tottenham. West Ham United playing Manchester United at Old Trafford. So another big game there. So Phil, big up to you, my brother. I hope you're doing very well. He says, we are stuck with Potter at this moment. Absolutely, a new wise man. We are stuck with Potter at this moment. Only he has to prove himself at Chelsea Football Club. He has proven in the Premier League. It's now left for him to prove himself at the big club that he can do it. He can do it. How do you cover Silver head head? How do you cover Silver head shaking again? I don't get it. Steven, do you get that comment? How do you cover
No,
Silverhead?
I,
Is it
I
is it
didn't.
trying to relate that to because I said Silva is injured, so it wouldn't matter that much if he has other players
No
in the
idea.
center back
No
position.
idea.
Greetings, bro. Greetings to you, Phil. Todd Bowley is not really willing to sell out 60 million to buy out to Potter's contract. Now, if I wanted a permanent manager, I want Diego's another trouble. Diego Simeone, my brother. He's having problems with Joao Felix. It means that if you have Simeone, then it means that Joao Felix will not sign for us.
I mean,
It's just
even away from the João Felix thing, like Simeone plays like very defensive when you think about it.
yeah. It says Sterling Silva and Aspilicueta in recent weeks. Okay. Hall FC. It says Hall FCS. Okay. I'm off to watch some football. Enjoy your football. Enjoy the beautiful games coming on. Big games. Tottenham, Sheffield United, and all these players are playing. All these teams are playing. So if people want Enzo further forward, and you have a Kane, you have Kante.
Kante.
Why? Sorry, you have Kante. Why don't you need a Kovacic? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I said cover need to stay.
No, he said,
No.
why do you need cover?
Why do we need cover for squad depth? We need cover for squad depth. You know, are you saying can cover what's his name? Enzo play a whole season without getting tired? You get what I'm saying? Oh, Ryan is joining the wrong time. Ryan, we are done. But I'll let
No
me.
problem. No problem,
Oh, Ryan.
Design.
Oh,
It's
we are
okay.
done today.
I'm still at work actually, but I've been listening. So
Okay.
yeah, great stream as always, guys. Yeah, great content.
Don't forget to put a like on the video. Probably you're in the stream. Yeah, you're not on YouTube. So when you get a chance, go there and drop a like. We are getting close to, I think, 400 likes to end the stream. So we're getting close.
We're on 372
72.
likes.
So Ryan's like will make it 373. I'll be looking out for that like coming from Ryan. Ryan, what do you have for us in a few minutes? 1 minute, so we can bring the stream to an end. 1 minute.
Oh, not much to be honest. Yeah, obviously there's a couple of interesting games happening this evening, which we're keeping an eye on. FA Cup and Premier League. Can see our Everton have started strongly actually at the Emirates against Arsenal. They've already had 2 shots on goal. 12 minutes played there, and I think Spurs are about to kick off.
Yeah.
Literally
Spurs
now.
are kicked off there 4 and a bit minutes in.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then Liverpool Wolves is kicking off as we speak as well. So, as you were saying to me in the Zion off stream, it's hugely significant and high pressure game. Stakes are high. For this one, Liverpool cannot afford to lose.
Right. Guys, we'll talk behind the scenes. On Dex. If we can do a watch along, not a watch along on YouTube, but we can do a watch along and discuss some of the goals and mistakes that people are making. High profile games. Ryan, they say lateness is always greatness. It means a lot for you to join in and have your say. But then hopefully I hope we can have you on the platform on time. Some other time, maybe tomorrow or tomorrow next. So thank you guys. Ryan, we've got over 3,000, and I think I shared that with you in the chat, right? In the group chat. Yeah. So thank everyone that has made this possible, over 3K, and then we are hoping for a million one day. The sky's the limit. We're working hard towards it. So thank you guys, Leo Desperandos. Like I say, hang on to hope. We see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you everyone that has been in the chat. Everyone that has been in there. I can't mention all the names, but thank everyone that has been participating today. New Wise Man, I'll catch you some other time. Thank you and have a good night. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.